In another video, I'll talk about the three different ceramic coatings: Optico Pro, Pro Plus, Optico Pro 3. This video, I'm going to talk more about Opta Shield. So Opta Shield is very different from the ceramic coatings. Ceramic coatings are very thin, about 3 microns in thickness, right? Optico Pro 3 is about 8 to 10 microns, maybe 12, 8 to 12 microns. But they only have so much silicon carbide in them. Although they are immensely more durable than SiO2 or silicon dioxide coatings, as I talked about in the other video, they're thin. They're going to be better than the factory clear coat at releasing dirt and resisting the chemicals that environment drops. And of course, compared to other SiO2 coatings, silicon dioxide coatings, they're going to be still better yet. Now, OptaShield, it is not a ceramic coating. It's in a liquid protective film category or liquid paint protection film. So the main difference of what OptaShield is, it's much thicker, has much more. It has a maxed out amount of silicon carbide in it. You can't put any more silicon carbide in this stuff. It is also much more viscous, so it's much thicker. Think of like a really lightweight oil, 0W20, compared to like a 10W40, or even thicker, like a 80-90 weight gear lube. It's much more dense, much harder. So each layer of OptaShield, and you can put one layer, you could put 2 layers, or 3 or 4. I generally tend to push people toward the 4-layer part. Certainly, you can just do 1 layer. You're not going to get the same thickness. So each layer is about 8 microns thick. So the purpose of a liquid paint protection film, it gives you the same dirt release properties as ceramic coatings, the same preservation, protection of the paint. What you get on top of what the coatings really can't offer is some drastically increased impact, abrasion, scratch resistance, right? Now, if you take a screwdriver and slide it across, you're going to cut through it, of course. PPF would too. But PPF, if you think real quick, if we just kind of compare PPF, that is an extruded film. It's a physical 8 mil thick, like 250 microns, something like that. You squeegee it down. It's very expensive. It's really for only certain vehicles. Maybe a Lamborghini or something like that. You're tracking your Porsche. If it's a garage queen, or if it's just a really nice car and you don't drive on the Beltway, you probably don't need PPF. All others go with OptaShield. Right, and what does it give you? All that extra impact resistance. It's not impact or abrasion or scratch proof, but it is going to offer a much higher level. So traditional ceramic coatings, even the silicon carbide Optico Pro line, you're not going to get any impact protection. You're not really going to get any other than kind of the scratches you get from washing. Bumps and bruises can be. I have seen it where kind of bumping into the car with the coating, it left a little bit of a friction mark rather than a scuff in the paint. Any harder than that, though, you're going to go through. Shopping cart, anything that it's going to dent your metal is just going to go ahead and damage right through the coating anyway. OptaShield being 8 microns thick, so if you have 4 layers, you're at about 32 microns, which is an incredible. And I've actually put 6 layers. What I normally do is when somebody gets a 4-layer, and I did a 2022 Porsche 911 992 the other day. I did a 2026 final edition Supra about a month before that. 4 layers on both, and then what I ended up doing is I put 6 layers on front bumper, mirror caps, rocker panels. And then on the Supra, since those skirts really kick out, so does the Porsche, I put 6 layers there too, because I just wanted added thickness, because I wanted a little bit more impact protection in those areas. So what's nice about OptaShield, it lays down so much more depth of color. It's going to give you higher impact abrasion scratch resistance than the traditional ceramic coatings. And it's polishable, it's repairable, it's sandable. It can be reapplied in that one area. Unlike paint protection film, if it's damaged, when it's damaged, PPF looks horrible. It looks absolutely horrible. It needs to be ripped off and reapplied, and it's expensive. It's just as expensive all the way around. OptaShield, I charge $2,000 for one layer, $3,000 for two layers, and $4,500 for four layers. And I recommend either two or four. You certainly can. Now, one layer of OptaShield is actually more significant than even four layers of Opticoat Pro. If you watch the previous video, you'll understand what Opticoat Pro is. That it's four layers, and it's thicker and harder. At least it's harder than four layers, even if Pro 3 is a little thicker because of the four layers compared to one. One layer of OptiShield is still much more dense and much harder than Opticoat Pro 3. So Pro 3 is a pretty good upgrade from Pro Plus. Pro Plus isn't too much of an upgrade from Pro. OptaShield is a gigantic upgrade from Pro 3. All three of those ceramic coatings are fantastic. They're going to provide you gloss, slickness, ease of cleaning your car, preservation, all those things. OptaShield is really one giant leap past those, and mainly because the only way it's coming off is if you sand it. You probably could polish it off. Not you, I certainly wouldn't. But it would take an insane amount of work and time, and you'd go through a lot of pads. You'd probably burn up your machine. Sanding it off would be way faster, but that's the only way it comes off. Tests have been done where sanding could remove it, but it took some work. I think it was 1,000 grit. It was dozens of passes to actually get through it, which is pretty insane. Now I did, because I wanted to test it. I had it on a hood of a car. I took my strongest compound, my strongest, most aggressive pad, and I tried to scuff up the hood, and I couldn't get it to swirl or scuff. You know, like you see these holograms and scratches in paint. I couldn't get it to do that. It made it shinier, but it did not swirl or scratch up the paint, which is pretty impressive. Who needs OptaShield? For those of you who are busy, you run your car hard, but you don't necessarily have the time to take care of it. You need OptaShield. Does a garage queen that you love, but you don't really drive it? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you definitely could get it, because when you take it out and you go to your car shows, your car's coffee, you drive it with the club, you're going to use it, and it's going to get bumps and bruises. So definitely, I think it's worth it, because usually cars like that are a little bit more special, worth a little bit more money. Those of you who care about cleaning your car and you want easy cleaning, and maybe you don't use your vehicle as much, you can go with Pro 3, go with one layer of OptaShield. So really, it is a coating for if it's a new car, a lease, or something like that. Yeah, you're not going to need OptaShield. You're not going to keep it for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. OptaShield's probably not for you, but again, you could always just choose one layer for 2,000 and avoid spending $4,500. So this is OptaShield doesn't replace the other coatings, although it could. It absolutely could replace them. What I think it does is kind of bolsters the existing coatings already. It's going to make them seem more attainable, more relevant. Somebody that goes, oh yeah, I want my car ceramic coating, but $1,200, that's way too much money. So what I think it's going to do, at least for me, is allow people to say, oh, okay, I think Opticoat Pro, $1,200, but that's actually not that bad. So I think it's going to trigger some more people to cross over. It's going to bring in somebody who would have wanted PPF for sure on the higher end, and they don't. No, like I don't. It's not that I don't have the money. I just don't see the need to spend 10 grand to do my whole car in PPF. Let's go with OptaShield on the whole. You did. Everybody needs a coating because paint is getting thinner and thinner, and it is becoming its life is becoming shorter and shorter. Meanwhile, the cars are lasting longer and longer. More owners, more miles being traveled, and they're showing wear and tear. And there's going to come to a point where we can't do anything to it. Clear coat's too thin. Polish it all day. It's not going to make any kind of an impact. So if you're looking for something like OptaShield, message me, leave a comment, and I will be happy to answer your questions. And really, any car on the road, unless it's a lease or it's super old and you don't really care about it, needs OptaShield. Appreciate you watching this video, and give it a thumbs up if you like. If not, that's fine. Subscribe, whatever. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.